thoughts, opinions, and general overall shade thrown on High at 9 News are those of the individual speakers and not those of High at 9 News, its audience, or its advertisers. The statements made do not constitute medical, legal, or financial advice, and for advice tailored to your specific situation, please consult with a licensed professional. Welcome to the High at 9 News Hour, where you will hear from cannabis industry experts and professionals from around the country talk about important topics while shining light on global issues and discussing cannabis as it relates to politics, regulation and reform, data and technology, science, research and medicine, family and parenting, art, celebrities and entertainment, fitness, sports, mental health and wellness, and plant-based medicines and entheogenics. Together, we are building a stronger community, fighting the stigma and creating change. With your hosts, Jason Beck and Rico Lamitte, joined by special industry expert correspondents from around the country, and daily antics brought to you by Cannabis. Coming to you live every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time and high noon on the East Coast. And thank you all for getting high at 9 with us. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Wednesday, December 25th. And today is National Pumpkin Pie Day, you guys. I'm surprised today's National Pumpkin Pie Day and not Thanksgiving.
Sweet potato pie.
Okay, all right. I have a fun challenge for you guys today, too, because today is Alphabet Day, meaning you can't use the letter L today. That's like a national thing. You can't use the letter L. So now I guess that basically means because we take no L's on Christmas. Take no L's on Christmas.
How about let's turn it into a Christmas drinking game? Anybody who says the letter L.
I'm not mad at that. That sounds like a fun game. I could do that. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Yes. It's also the first night of Hanukkah tonight. So happy Hanukkah, everybody. And of course, that's right, it is Christmas Day, you guys. So Merry Christmas to everybody out there. And thank you all for joining us and getting high at 9 with us. It's also high noon on the East Coast. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to us on all social media platforms. You can look up above and down below on your screen to see exactly where we live on the internet. And we are live every Monday through Friday on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, X, Instagram, Facebook, and on our very own website at www.highat9news.com. So welcome to everyone joining us from whatever platform you are joining us from. And Rico, we're going to start this off a little bit different today, aren't we?
Yeah, we can,
All right.
You gonna fucking sing?
No. Sohum has a hard stop at 9:45 today because he's stuck in a hotel room that he's not able to get a late checkout in. So
that's when you just stay in the room and you leave when you're done.
I mean, that's what I do, but Sohum's not me. Sohum's more of a conformist. You know what I mean? So.
So what you gotta do is when they keep on knocking and stuff, the next knock is gonna be, they're gonna open the door. You just gotta lay on the bed. You gotta use the latch,
bro. You use the latch.
No, not even. You gotta lay on the your butt asshole naked on the bed, and they open it up. They'll apologize. They will not come back in there.
I don't think he could do the show butt asshole naked. So I appreciate you for not doing that. But yeah, words of wisdom from Rico. You weird motherfucker.
It sounds like he speaks from experience of this.
They don't come back if
from the hotel.
they'll charge you a little bit more or something, whatever. You'll be all right.
All right.
Dale said you might get trespassed.
Yeah.
All right, Rico, you want to introduce Sohum?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Straight out.
Man.
Representing the Jason Beck's most hated acronym in the game. What is it, Sohum?
The ATX. I think he's gone. Goddamn, what happened?
Are you with us? Did Sohum?
He's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, Elsa got him.
Isn't that a movie?
Elsa got him.
Well, she should let him go, because he's got to read his story.
I guess so. Man.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, Rico. While we're here,
about me.
Yeah,
I'm fucking claws, bitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
get it. All right, I guess we're just gonna roll into Rico, the dope dad himself.
Let's do
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
The dopest elf in the game right now.
The dopest elf on the shelf, the man with the master plan and the little baby.
I'm not getting Rico's heavy
little
ass
baby tiny hat.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ain't butt ass naked, Jenny Beth.
Yeah.
especially
Thank goodness.
butt-ass.
Thank goodness Rico's not in a hotel room today. That's right. It is the dope dad himself, Rico Lamitte.
Yeah, good morning and Merry Christmas to everyone tuning in to the show live today. It's December 25th, the day mainstream media wants you to believe is Jesus' birthday. First day of Hanukkah. Kwanzaa's next
birthday.
up.
Oh,
And
boy.
if you have not caught on, holiday season 2024 is in full effect, y'all. It's time for friends, family, giving, receiving, coming together, joy, cheer, and pretending behind all them fake ass smiles that everything's just fine. If you're anything like me, you know, addicted to following the money, then no other time of year screams capitalist exploitation louder than the 6 or so weeks between Thanksgiving and New Year's. And guess what, by chance, falls each year smack dab in the middle of that stretch? The granddaddy of all American child exploitation practices, NCAA college football bowl season. And for those of us football fans who choose to ignore all that negative bullshit, it's greatest fucking time every year to watch football, period. And now that America's most celebrated indentured servitude institution, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, has stopped testing its 500,000 plus student athletes for THC, it's high time we celebrate these young gifted adults being able to consume in their downtime without the fear of losing it all. What better way to do so than amplifying the holiest of all unions, weed and sports? This is why the Emerald Village, West Hollywood, has launched its Always Bowl Season campaign to welcome football fans visiting Southern California for the Rose Bowl and Los Angeles Bowl. The campaign highlights West Hollywood's unique cannabis experience featuring 10 dispensaries and 6 consumption lounges. Fans from teams like Ohio State and Oregon are encouraged to explore themed cannabis strains, including Granddaddy Perp, White Horn Rose, and Orange Sherbet. Emerald Village, established in 2021, promotes West Hollywood as a premier cannabis destination, emphasizing legal regulations, consumer safety, and advocacy for decriminalization. Isn't that right, Jason Beck?
Yes, that is.
All right, now.
Yes.
I know that I'll definitely be checking it out, you know, for non-capitalist reasons and shit. For real, though. All jokes aside, it should be a fantastic time to support the Emerald Village cannabis community, local small businesses, and have a little fun watching football with friends and the family this holiday season. I know I'll be out there, and I hope to see some of y'all, too. For more details, make sure you guys head out to our website, check out the story, or you can visit emeraldvillageweho.com. So big shout out to everybody celebrating holiday season. Big shout out to everybody, all the football fans out there, all the young student athletes. Get your money, get your smoke on because you can, and you ain't got to worry about it on Monday getting those piss tests. Unless you're going to one of them Christian schools because Jesus was born in March. Anyways, Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street. High at 9 News. Back to you guys.
Oh man, you got jokes today, Rico. Jokes today. Jokes today. Man, I think this is great news. I mean, West Hollywood is a premier cannabis destination with all tons of amazing consumption lounges, dispensaries, and whatnot. And so it's a great place to take the family to get that ultimate cannabis experience.
Yeah, I think West Hollywood. I think family friendly fun, Jason.
Kids on down.
Yeah. Well, for kids 21 and over kids.
Right. I love that the weed brands are taking advantage of this, and even though they say it wasn't for weed, Cookies has co-branded with USC this year, so it's happening, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough, you guys.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do down in Tucson. They're hosting Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, Gin and Juice Arizona Bowl, or something. I can't remember the exact name.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tucson got a popping little dispensary scene too, so
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they incorporate that down there.
Mhm.
They can turn Tucson into a threesome. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
boy! Oh boy! Oh
Creepy.
boy! Oh
Very
boy!
creepy. Rico.
My mic wasn't working earlier, but I really wanted to compliment Jason on his MAGA. It looks like a hat that was sent to him directly from the Kremlin in Moscow.
Oh, you're serious? But hold on. Well, look at my sweater, bro. Look at my sweater. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. So,
Oh shit, Jason.
Yes.
Jason, do you think
Yes.
after January we're gonna be able to get sponsored by RT once they bring them back?
You're just being ridiculous now, Rico. You are so.
Russian state television is coming back to America, y'all. Get ready.
So ridiculous.
High 9 News is sponsored by the Kremlin.
You know what? Merry Christmas, everybody. We're gonna roll into a commercial and we're gonna be right back.
I just ordered the summertime strawberry salad when added steak on top here at Anna's. Make sure you do the same thing too next time you're in downtown Long Beach. Come on down and check out Anna's joint on the 400 block of Pine Street. They have amazing selection of beers, foods, and when you come down here to Anna's, you can even challenge me to a game of shuffleboard if you want to lose. Get that? So, next time you're in downtown Long Beach on Pine Avenue, make sure you stop by Anna's Joint on the 400 block. Not only do they have Anna's Joint, this restaurant and bar, but they also have the amazing deli next door, and then next door to that they have a very exotic flower shop. You may want to stop by and say hi.
And we are back, you guys. Yeah, Rico, let's roll into Sohum. Let's roll into Sohum now.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Y'all know he's coming straight from the ATX, and this man, even on Christmas Day, whether you want to believe it or not, he is still on his grind. Fresh out of a hotel, nobody knows where it is, because he's tuned in from his, he's using his VPN this morning. We don't know where he is. He's telling us all lies, but I believe him either way because he's my brother, Sohum Shah.
I'm gonna go with
Rico. I'm in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Ooh, Breck.
There you go, Rico. That's for your story.
Look at that.
My boys Travis Hunter and Shadur up there in Boulder, keeping it real.
Go Buffs.
Come on,
Hey,
up, go you.
Hey, man, leave Travis Hunter alone. Leave him alone. Just saying that.
Oh no, that's our Heisman boy. We got last time we won a Heisman, we had a national championship come to Boulder the next year, so I'm excited for that. So go Bucks.
Yep. Internet trolls are out talking shit. Like, leave them alone, man. Go Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, go Buffs. Anyways, today we're going to talk about a study that found that there's no support for the fear that marijuana legalization normalizes impaired driving. And this was originally reported by Ben Adlin at Marijuana Moment. Contrary to concerns among some critics that legalizing marijuana would normalize cannabis impaired driving, a new study found no support that marijuana legalization increased tolerant behaviors and attitude towards driving after marijuana use. A report authored by researchers at the Nationwide Children's Hospital and Ohio State University and published late last month in the Biometrical Journal used data from national traffic safety surveys and compared responses from Kentucky and Tennessee, where medical marijuana was illegal during the study period, against responses from 8 other states where medical cannabis was already legal. The concern, and this is a quote from the study, the concern that legalizing marijuana will affect traffic safety is prevalent in both academic and political discourse. This study says, contending that the relationship can be tested using causal interference methods that estimate treatment effects on those in states who have yet to legalize medical marijuana. However, authors added, answering this causal question with survey data requires novel analytical tech. Authors looked at responses to 4 questions in the Traffic Safety Culture Index, or TSCI, a national survey conducted by the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety. The questions asked about whether people had driven within an hour of marijuana use, how personally acceptable they found driving after marijuana use, what researchers referred to as DAMU, and how they felt consumption affected one's driving ability and whether they viewed drug driving as a threat to their personal safety. Using a matched pairs design, the analysis matched responses from Kentucky or Tennessee with responses from legal medical marijuana states to a one-on-one basis, an effort to control for other variations between people filling out the survey and isolate the variable of cannabis's legal status. The data was then used to model any potential effects on the policy change in Kentucky and Tennessee. We rooted our study in the idea that medical marijuana legalization would cause residents would exhibit greater tolerance towards DAMU, wrote the 3-author research team. We found practically no evidence for this hypothesis, and our conclusions were unlikely to change due to the moderate level of unmeasured confounding. Though the team described the statistical findings of the analysis as robust, they acknowledged that limitations in methodology could affect the reliability of the findings. For one, they noted that responses were self-reported and may not be wholly accurate. Data was also limited to only a single year, 2017, in which all 4 relevant cannabis-related questions were included on the TSCI survey. You can read a lot more detail on our website about the survey itself and some of the opinions of some various politicians about it, but this is Sohum reporting from the high country, Breckenridge, Colorado on Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's kick it back to the team and see what everyone has to say about this.
So, it's comical that the driving after marijuana use is damn you.
Exactly, right? Exactly, Dale.
Damn you!
Damn you. Damn you. You're proving that there's no such thing as drug driving, damn you. Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't want some grandmother taking a 100-milligram gummy and then taking a long drive on a crowded freeway.
Well, I think most grandmothers shouldn't be driving in the first place.
Yeah. Well,
That's ageism.
No,
Jason.
it's not. It's
It
called
really
safety.
is.
Safety. Public safety.
Oh, boy. All right, Jason. We understand that.
I think that the point to that is that, to Dale's point, cannabis use, especially when you get really high, you're not losing your inhibitions. If I get too high on edibles, I'm not like, oh, you know what would be great right now? Let me just go on a quick road trip up the highway. That's not how people are when they're intoxicated off of cannabis. Like, the thing they're gonna want to do is probably go take a hot bath or eat some food or something like that.
Or a fucking nap, dog.
Yeah, I mean, if you can take a nap when you're too fucked up on edibles, I commend you, because that's the one thing I cannot do, man. That's why it drives me crazy.
Hold on, you're telling me you
one thing
can't
I
sleep
have
on
to
edibles?
No. If I get too high on edibles, then I get that like anxious paranoia, which I don't get from smoking or anything like that. But yeah, that's the one thing that I don't like edibles for. They fuck me up too much. I cannot go to sleep.
I go right to sleep and I wake up somewhere else.
When you get the little spinny spins and your tummy feels like you could puke or die, either one, you're not sure which one's about to happen, I have to force myself to sleep.
I don't know. Edibles.
Shout out to Colorado and those fucking 1,000-milligram cake pops.
I don't know. Edibles, all I do is sleep on edibles. I'm totally useless and worthless once I have edibles.
And how does that differ from your everyday?
edibles?
You guys
It's
are
an
cute.
improvement from
You guys are cute. I set you guys up for that one. That was my Christmas gift to y'all, okay?
Hey, a bigger problem is drinking alcohol and using cannabis. That's a much bigger problem than just using cannabis.
But
I think our community needs to focus on, getting the message out. Don't get fucking drunk and start smoking weed and get behind the wheel of a car. That's just pretty stupid.
I thought we support the crossfade for the holiday season, Dale.
but not behind the wheel.
Yeah, not behind the wheel. That's true. But other than that, yeah, shout out to the crossfade out there on this holiday season.
Shout out to catching fades too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, get down where you're fucking mad at.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Squabble
guys.
up.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna roll into my first story now, you guys, because we're gonna try to end on time today. All right,
I'm as close at 10 whether or not we're done, so you better get it going.
Well, you better hurry up, and we'll see about all that. Nonetheless, there is a DC dispensary shut down, you guys, and cops seized 60 pounds of weed and edibles. That's right. The Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Administration, with support from the Metropolitan Police Department, shut down an illegal cannabis business in Northwest DC on Monday, citing public health and safety concerns. All the Buzz DC, located at 3232 Georgia Avenue Northwest, was ordered to close by the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board after it was found to be operating without a license. ABCA enforcement personnel, accompanied by officers from MPD's Violent Crime Suppression Division, padlocked the doors and secured the premises, and illegal products were seized, you guys. During the operation, investigators discovered a significant cache of illegal cannabis products. A search warrant led to the seizure of more than 26 pounds of marijuana. Oh, that's a big haul, you guys. 35 pounds of THC-laced edibles. I mean, edibles are heavy, so so whatever. 325.5 grams of THC vape cartridges, that's with the hardware, and 176 grams of mushroom edibles containing entheogenic substances, and 68 grams of THC wax. The property owners have the right to request a hearing before the ABC board, and to regain access to the property, they may be required to submit a remediation plan outlining steps to prevent future illegal cannabis sales. Additionally, the ABC board can impose fines of up to $10,000 per property owner. DC cracked down on illegal weed shops, you guys. Man, oh man, all the buzz, DC. This is insane, you guys. The illegal cannabis business shut down since the Medical Cannabis Conditional License and Unlicensed Established Closure Certification Emergency Amendment Act of 2024 took effect in July, and the law grants the ABCA enhanced authority to enforce compliance with cannabis licensing regulations. And since the law's enactment, the ABCA has issued 41 cease and desist orders and 97 warning letters to unlicensed cannabis businesses that failed to apply for medical cannabis licenses during the open application period, you guys. Man, oh man, oh man, DC sounds like they're cracking down. They must be getting ready for something else. Well, we shall see. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this.
Probably getting ready for that new administration that's coming in next month.
Yeah, right? Do you think that's... I doubt that's what it is.
I think the funniest part of the story is they sent the fucking violent crimes unit.
Exactly! Bro, when I saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me, you guys. This has to be covered. This is such a misuse of governmental funds and research. We need Doge to come in and help regulate on this.
Well, here's the stupid part. I almost said the hard part. The stupid part is if there is a gun present, it now becomes a violent crime, right? So that's why there are people sitting in jail for non-violent cannabis offenses, but because there was a gun on premise, now they can't get support and the help they need because they had a gun, which turns it into a violent crime. Use of a gun should make it a violent crime.
Yep.
Not, oh shit, I had one in the nightstand just in case somebody robs me for my fucking pounds of fucking weed sitting in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that we need to take a serious look at, not only mandatory minimums, not only archaic fucking punishment for cannabis, but also like what we're classifying as violent crime, because that puts you into a whole different category of felon, a whole different set of I can never find a place to live again. So I think that we need to look at those things.
Especially after Biden decided to pardon those murderers.
Biden's a fucking idiot. Biden was asleep. Jill had her hand up his ass and used it.
Hey! Why does this have to turn political? There's nothing political about this story.
Yes, this story is all political, bro. It's DC. DC is nothing but a political cesspool.
When he brought up Doge, and let's be real.
Hey, I'm over here trying to spread. I'm over here trying to spread this Christmas cheer and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mariah Scary over here trying to call out Joe Biden.
And Comrade Beck.
Oh man, I mean, you got one of these hats on too, Sohum. So I'd be careful with all that.
Yeah, but mine is the appropriate width, and it doesn't look like one of those Russian winter hats. That
mine is the appropriate width because it fits on my head as opposed to Rico's.
No, I just want to go back to what you said about Doge. First of all, let's be real. That's not a real fucking government entity. That's just a bunch of bullshit. And second of all,
how much business is Elon Musk doing with China and Russia, though? How about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, would they even have any jurisdiction over a local police department?
They would because the federal government governs DC. That's the reason why they don't have adult use over there, is because their board of supervisors is basically the House of Representatives.
Yeah, it's because Republicans believe in taxation without representation.
Stop the ridiculously, Rico. Stop. Just stop.
That's
Just
the
stop the
propaganda.
propaganda.
The God honest truth. I can't lie on Christmas Day, brother. I can't lie. That would be disrespectful to baby Jesus, would it not be?
Boy.
When they came after me, guys, they found I had handguns I'd bought from cops, and I had semi-automatic guns and shotguns and all kinds of shit. Never appeared on any piece of paper charging me. I did get a break because they could have charged me. I mean, I had several pounds in the same closet where I had guns. No one charged me on that. So it is possible to do cannabis prosecutions without bringing guns into it. But as you can tell by comparing me and Rico, I'm a little bit lighter skinned than he is.
Just a tick.
So,
get out of here, Dale. I'm colorblind. I'm colorblind, Dale. I would have never known that.
Jason's colorblind.
I only believe in one race, and that's the human race.
Yeah, well, I've got grandkids that are from black to brown to ginger. So I got them all over the place. And I can just tell you that they selected how they went after us. They wanted to shut us up politically, but they could have thrown a lot more at us. And I tell you, the judge that we ended up with made it clear that he was not going to put up with shit like that. He had to give us 60 months, but he wouldn't give us a second longer. So, it's possible not to get the guns drug into these, but it's selective prosecution. That's part of the problem when prohibitions are in place that people don't support. End up getting the hammer in some cases, and in others you get more of a kid glove. 5 years in prison was not kid glove treatment, but they wanted to tag enough on me to give me 20 to 25 years in prison, and the judge would have none of it. So this whole thing's just fucked up everywhere you look. They should stop this nonsense. But, what we think they should do and what's actually going to be done are not even closely connected at this point.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon they're going to be getting the hammer and the sickle. Right, Jason?
Oh, God, bro. You know what? On that, we're going to roll into a commercial, and we are going to be right back, you guys. And we're back. Stop whatever you're doing. Make sure that you hit that like button. I know we'll appreciate it. You'll appreciate it, and YouTube will appreciate it. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed already. And all of the articles that we cover on today's show, you can read directly on our website at www.highat9news.com. And Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Are you all ready for America's new #1 D9 gummy line? That's right, we are bringing to you Parody Gummy. These vegan gummies are manufactured in a safe harbor facility, so you know they're gonna be clean and safe, and they're not gonna give you any of the runaround. Coming in, we have 3 amazing flavors for you. We have the Raspberry Riots. Also, we have the Sleepy Joes if you need something to help you sleep at night. And if you're feeling like raging and having a party time, that's right, we have the Pineapple Bad Hombre. If you're feeling like a bad hombre, make sure you head over to www.parodygummy.com and secure your bag today. Oh, and we are back, you guys.
Oh, yeah, y'all. Straight out of Christmas. Y'all know who it is next. It's the foul-mouthed auntie from the South.
I'm not auntie. I mean, I am, but I'm not, you know.
You somebody's auntie? Why can't you be somebody's auntie?
I'm TT Jenny, thank you.
See? I'm being nice. Come on now.
Auntie's got them flappy arms of fucking, you know what I mean? Take your time, baby.
Oh, that's, you know what? That's very stereotypical. I know a lot of aunts that don't have those flappy arms.
Yeah, that's autist.
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Autism.
Yeah,
over here.
Jeez, Jenny, get with a program. It's Christmas.
Founder of Kind Cannabis Consultant, Justice Served 501c3, and I would not be surprised if there's a snow machine outside today, and you might catch her singing. All she wants for Christmas is a white man. Jenny Beth Dills. Jenny Beth Dills.
I thought she was gonna sing "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Also, more importantly,
well, Jenny,
12 years ago today, I did a little thing and brought this amazing human into the world. So happy 12th birthday to my baby Parker.
Oh yes, happy birthday, Parker. That is awesome.
Oh
yes.
Man,
My forever Christmas present.
Mm-hmm.
Was he named after Parker Lewis?
No, he wasn't. He was named after my granddaddy.
Oh, shout out to granddaddies.
Yeah. But anyhow, moving right along. God, you guys don't even take a day off in the fucking comments.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
That's right. That's good.
Fucking weirdos. You guys need to do hobbies. Y'all do weird shit in there. But all right. My story is short and sweet and a cautionary tale. Rico, is that a star face on your cheek?
Rico obviously was shaving and cut himself.
No,
Oh.
my daughter was sick and she was like putting out, little stickers and stuff on Daddy's face. I told her I keep it on for the show. Yeah.
Well,
he's taking it back to the early 2000s, repping that Nelly Band-Aid.
Oh man, shout out to Nelly.
I don't Band-Aid sponsorship. He missed so much money left on the table there. But Arizona veterinarians are seeing more pets needing medical care after ingesting marijuana, a trend that's increased since recreational use became legal. The ASPCA reports that calls to their Animal Poison Control Center from Arizona have doubled since 2020, with symptoms ranging from lethargy and incontinence to seizures in severe cases. Veterinarian Dr. Brian Serbin says pets often recover, but may require supportive care. He warns that marijuana can slow heart rates, lower blood pressure, and cause serious complications. Pet owners are urged to keep marijuana products out of reach and stay alert, especially in public places. Keep your pets safe this holiday season. So, Jason Beck, one good reason for you not to throw your fucking roaches on the ground. Hey, dog, you might eat them.
Yeah, that's a dumbass reason.
Them, you inconsiderate fuck.
It's a dumbass reason.
Roaches are pets too. Come on.
Yeah. Roaches are protein.
No, you're being an idiot. My doggy has gotten into cannabis before, and it was a very, 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 very freak situation. Shout out to my idiot store manager who fucked our safe up, which held all of our products, so we couldn't open the store in Colorado Springs many years ago. So we had to have what's called a safe smith come in. What they do is they drill through a fucking safe, send sparks and shit everywhere. So what I decided to do was let my dog chill in the car for a little bit. It was, by the way, not hot outside. He was supposed to just be chilling, taking a little nappy nap. He had his little chew bone. Instead, this asshole, I find him in the back hatch of my SUV, and he had eaten a 350 milligram cake pop. So,
well, you're an unresponsible dog owner, leaving it out for your dog to be able to eat. Just saying, it's the truth.
Shut the fuck up,
Take
Jason.
Accountability.
Yo, it was terrible. It was a terrible situation. I don't know how the fuck he got back there, and I don't know how the fuck he found that, but he did.
Bet you don't know how that pop appeared either.
Dogs will find food if they can find it. It was terrible. Thank God this responsible dog owner ran a dispensary and had CBD isolate available, so he got some pizza crust with isolate that cut it a little bit, but not so fucking much. So we dealt with him, pissing, and he had a really bad day. He had a bad fucking day.
Sounds like you had a worse day.
It was a terrible day. A terrible day was had by all.
Sounds like you had a big mess to clean up, Jenny Beth.
I did.
Curb your dog.
He had a bed in the back of the dispensary under my desk, so he kind of just laid there, and it was pretty shitty. So
literally,
it's just keep your shit. No, he didn't. Incontinence means pee, not poo poo, Jason. But okay. Jason learns new words.
I thought incontinence means Canada's about to be our 51st state. I thought that's what you were talking about.
You're an idiot. Anyway, you just keep it away from your fucking pets. It's really scary. And if you're using it for a medicinal purpose for your animals, just be aware that they have way more CB1 and CB2 receptors than we do. So they need a much, much smaller dose for efficacy. And it's way easier to overdose them on it. And it's a bad fucking time. Just be aware. Don't be an idiot.
Fair enough. You know what I mean? Protect your pets. You know what I mean? Just like you're not going to let your kids get into the gummies. Don't let your dogs, you know what I'm saying? Be aware when you have these edibles out and around, partying with your loved ones this holiday season, that dogs love to lick anything off the floor.
And now that you're 36 years old, Jenny Beth, you better make sure you protect your neck. All the Wu-Tang fans know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I can't believe that you had that cake pop just sitting around in your car for your dog to access, Jenny Beth. That's very irresponsible of you, especially with a MMD badge. Just saying.
They were in a badge in a trunk.
They obviously weren't in a dog-proof bag.
Yeah, they weren't in a dog-proof bag. So Colorado exit bags in those days were a brown paper bag with a staple in the top.
I mean.
Oh, it also depended. As long as the container of the cannabis itself was childproof, then you can use that brown paper bag.
Doesn't sound like that container was childproof, bro. Not buying that one.
It was in a dram. It was in a piece of plastic inside of a dram. So this little asshole ate through a dram and ate a fucking cake pop.
Why it's gotta be a little asshole, man?
I don't know why he has to be a little asshole, but he scared the shit out of me that day. It was terrible.
Did he die, Jenny Beth?
No.
No, he's still fine. He's 10 years old. He's over here still kicking.
Yep, exactly.
There's the beauty of cannabis, because when I worked in the ER, we lost our stream here. I worked in the ER. I saw a little kid come in who got into Tylenol, and there wasn't anything we could do but watch him die. So as hard as it is to deal with a kid or an animal who gets into your cannabis and they're fucked up for a day or so, they're not going to die. So that's the good side. And back in the 1800s, they used medium-sized, short-haired dogs to test the potency of cannabis. Give them a certain amount and watch them. When they fell over with bloodshot eyes, it's like, okay, that's how strong this shit is. So dogs have been used for a long time, and I don't recommend you let them get into hundreds of milligrams, because that's going to really waste them for the day. The news, they're not going to die. Your kid's not going to die. So it's relatively safe to overdose on cannabis. And I say relatively because don't do that and drive a car or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Fly a plane or.
Fair enough. And how about? Oh, go ahead, Rico.
Just make sure your shit's packed up. Yeah, just,
exactly.
Like,
and don't
keep away from kids in the pets, because they will get into it and they like to put things in their mouth that they shouldn't.
Just clean up after yourself this holiday season, you guys.
Jason Beck likes to put random things in his mouth too, so also keep it safe.
Whoa.
Jenny Beth is crazy as all hell, and on that, we're gonna roll into a commercial. We're gonna be right back.
Are you a business that's suffering from the hyperinflation that is plaguing America today? We have the solution for you. That's right, Patriot Business Financing. Head on over to www.patriotbfc.com and apply for a loan up to $2 million. Any state, any industry, even the cannabis industry, the CBD industry, as well as the industrial hemp fiber industry, secure up to $2 million today, and make sure that when you apply, you tell Paul you said hi from High at 9.
I mean, literally,
and we're
you
back.
found a random bag of food on your front porch.
We're
and
back.
you ate it.
We're back, Jenny Beth.
Whoa.
It wasn't no random bag. It was a gift, you weirdo.
Here, you tell it. What if it would have been from a spy and they were trying to poison you? What if it was from the deep state?
Then I would already be dead, Jenny Beth. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about it that. Like that.
Put it right in your mouth and ate it.
Cute.
Come on, Jenny Beth. The MAGAs aren't worried about Russian spies.
Anyways. Up next, we got a 36-year practicing attorney, founding partner at Armada Law Corp. And if you caught an old dude pissing up your chimney last night, don't be alarmed. It wasn't Santa. It was Schafer. Uncle Dale.
Yo Loco. I was out with the family last night, and Yo Loco was on one last night.
Oh yeah, I bet. Just last night, huh?
Oh, not just.
I need footage.
That was one we could focus on. The whole family's going, who in the fuck let this old guy in the house? And so, good morning, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. All those celebrations of the days are getting longer. My story this morning comes out of Marijuana Moment, and this is another one of those no shit Sherlock type of stories. It was by Kyle Yeager. And the headline is Most American Voters Support Some Form of Marijuana Legalization, poll from a conservative think tank shows. So, conservative think tank. I don't know why they had to throw that in there, but they did. And this came from Manhattan Institute. I don't know who these people are, but when you take a look at what they're saying here, they started out with a number of 2,304 were in their survey. And let me remind you what Mark Twain said. There are lies, damnable lies, and statistics, and you can't make a whole lot out of 2,300 people, but they've tried here. The big takeaway here is that 68% of the people in this survey support marijuana legalization across the board. Only 12% thought that it should be illegal. So the prohibitionists are just not winning the day anymore. No matter how you slice this up, the idea that we're just going to make this illegal and that's going to be cool is just not flying anywhere. And it doesn't matter whether you're woke or you're MAGA or conservative or middle of the road. It don't matter. People think it's time to stop this horse shit. Now, if I can go back half a century when I was an undergrad, and I was studying sociology, criminal justice, psychology, things like that, there was an axiom that we used, and it went like this, and it involved prohibitionary laws. And there are two types. There are malum and se laws, where it's just wrong because we agree that lying, cheating, stealing, hurting people, things like that are wrong in and of themselves. So we outlaw it. Everything else is a prohibitionary law. It's what we call malum prohibitum. It's wrong because somehow society decided we don't want you doing this, okay? And the axiom went like this. If 8% of your population actively violates a prohibition, you cannot enforce the prohibition. Okay, think about that for a second. We have 68% of this country believes that marijuana should be somehow legal, whether adult use, medical, some combination of that, 68%. So we have blown the doors off this whole axiom that, if 8% are violating your statute. I think the latest statistic we have, half the population has smoked weed in the last year. So the idea that you can support these prohibitionary laws about marijuana is just an absolute joke. And why we can't get through to our policymakers to understand that the vast majority of the public wants you to stop this bullshit about trying to enforce marijuana laws, and let's find something else to spend our money on. Now, there are some things that came out of this that I think we still need to work on the messaging from. And these were concerns that were expressed. 77% were concerned about impaired driving. Now, Sohum touched upon this, and this is something we talk about quite regularly, is that there are still concerns about being so fucked up you can't find your ass with both hands and getting behind the wheel of a car. That is incredibly stupid. I have children and grandchildren out there driving around. Please don't put them in jeopardy. And if you think you're too fucked up to drive, you should have had your keys taken away a long time ago. So please don't do that. And it's something we need to work on educating the public. Another one was mental illness. 55% are concerned about cannabis use and mental illness. This is another one of those messages that I think we need to work on, because going back to the 1800s in India, where they did a survey, they went to insane asylums. You could find hash eaters there that were schizophrenics. But no one has ever connected the dots that using cannabis causes schizophrenia. We need to work on some of these messages, and that's another one we need to work on. Cannabis addiction. 60% are worried about cannabis addiction. Let me just make this plain, that when you look at substances that you can become dependent upon, cannabis has long been thought as a soft drug. If you're addicted to marijuana, you're probably addicted to spanking your monkey. Okay? So you need to think about what this really means. What is cannabis addiction? And if you can't stop smoking weed, you got a lot more problems than you're dependent on cannabis. Okay? Not like heroin or meth, where you're out there stealing copper and flatbacking to get your next fix. We need to stop getting so hysterical, but people still have some concerns about this. Another one is 79% are concerned about underage marijuana use. Okay. You can be concerned about that all you want, but the problem is cannabis is not a secret to anybody's children out there. And if you think it is, you're really smoking crack. Your kids know about weed. I don't encourage kids to smoke weed, but I started smoking as a junior in high school. Okay. And you can see how crazy it made me. So maybe we should be concerned about kids using it. But they're going to use it. And I think the educational method, not scaring them, but enlighten them to the problems with dependent-forming drugs, I think we can go a long ways towards curbing some of the youth use. And I think statistics prove that the youth are not using weed as much as they used to. And there's the last one is 60% are concerned about loss of motivation. Listen, if you're a lazy son of a bitch, smoking weed is not going to motivate you. Okay? But I don't know of any credible evidence out there that smoking weed's amotivational. If you're a lazy son of a bitch, then don't smoke weed, or just accept you're lazy son of a bitch and smoking weed just makes you more lazy. I don't think that's a big problem for society, but these are perceptions people have that I think from inside our echo chamber here of wanting to get weed legalized as much as we can, we need to pay attention to some of these themes people are still concerned about and get the message out that cannabis ain't going nowhere. that we've got 3 basically acceptable substances now, alcohol, tobacco, and cannabis. They're not going away. Cannabis is going to get increasingly more legalized, and we need to work on the real problems with cannabis use in our society and not these fears that are not founded in fact. Another statistic is 59% think they should pardon all federal cannabis criminals. I'm in favor of that. I can't say that I'm in favor of all the things that Joe Biden's going to pardon over the next, 6 weeks or whatever, how much time or a month he still got in office. But, I would like to see people with federal criminal records like myself be pardoned and let go of this shit, unless it involves violence. But I'm not sure I'm in favor of just writing pardons for everybody. So I'm going to throw this back at you because I'm a little concerned about these. Let's pardon anybody for anything they may have done over their lifetime in the federal system. I didn't like it when Jerry Ford did that to Richard Nixon. I'm not a big fan of it right now, but I would like to see us wipe out some of these criminal records for people like me and fellow travelers who got caught up in the politics of this bullshit. I'm going to throw it back to you. What do you all think about this?
I got a question for Jason on this one, man. Is it 18% of conservatives support smoking weed near schools? What's up with that, Jason? What's up with that?
18%. I mean, 18% of conservatives just are probably just more identifying more as libertarians and don't believe that the federal government has any place to tell people anything to do in any time for that much. People just need to live their lives. And so, you know what I mean? And technically, I don't have a problem with smoking around a school. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's not kids right next to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the big deal?
Thought Rico was going to make today political.
So what do you got to say about that, Rico?
This is a political survey.
I mean, if I'm standing next to a school on a Saturday, what's the problem with smoking right there, Rico?
What if those little assholes got Saturday school because they screwed up?
If they'd be in Saturday school, they'd be inside because they'd be on detention.
What if they get out of Saturday school?
You know what? They're trying to do away with detention, Jason. Ain't no detention no more.
I see where you're trying to go with this, Rico, and I'm not taking that bait. I see exactly where you're trying to go with this, but I'm not taking that bait. Not on Christmas. Not on Christmas Day.
Not on a reindeer toe.
Not on Christmas Day, bro. I'm not taking that bait. But that was cute. That was cute. Dale, I totally agree with you that they need to get their act together with this. With these pardons, okay, I agree. All cannabis prisoners need to be released. It's an absolute atrocity that some of these elected officials are getting preemptive pardons, which I don't even think are really legal. I don't even think that those will hold up in court, because obviously, how do you have a preemptive pardon if you didn't do anything wrong? If you didn't do anything wrong, you would have no need for a preemptive pardon. So obviously, they know that you did something wrong, but it just hasn't came out yet. Okay, that's
the mainstream news perspective, Jason.
No, that's just a common sense perspective, Rico. That's common sense.
Hey, hold on. Let's take it beyond the mainstream news perspective.
Oh boy!
If you're doing these preemptive pardons, it's probably because the person coming into office after you already said that he's going to throw you in jail. Am I right? Let's give it a buck, right?
Well, hold on. You wouldn't be going to jail if there wasn't a reason for you to be going to jail, Rico.
I trust the criminal justice system, okay? And I was charged and put through a trial, and, they found me guilty. But I think that if it's a political nature and you haven't violated any statutes that I'm aware of, I don't think that you should be protected, because our criminal justice system offers many protections. And let's take Liz Cheney as an example.
Oh, boy.
She's part of conservative Republican hierarchy.
No, she's not. She's not a conservative. She's a rhino.
Okay. Well, if you think she's not going to be able to raise money to get attorneys on her side to defend her, then you're smoking crack.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. I totally agree with that part, Dale.
Halliburton made trillions of dollars.
Exactly.
She's gonna inherit that shit.
She's just got to go ask Daddy for the money.
She gonna have better lawyers. She got better lawyers than Jay-Z. Guaranteed.
I don't like setting a precedent of giving people blanket pardons for shit they haven't been charged with yet. I just don't like that. I think pardons should be for people who have been convicted. Okay. And there's a system out there. If they charge you criminally, you get a right to due process at a jury trial. And you've got to get all 12 on the jury to agree that you're guilty of the crime they charged you. And why should somebody get free from that particular system? Because of political reasons. It protects the political elite. They're not going to give me those fucking pardons. It's not going to happen. It's going to be the political elite. And I just think it should stop. It's a bad precedent to set.
Maybe Dale, maybe we should start having mandatory jail sentences for every president and his administration that leaves office. As soon as they leave, throw those motherfuckers in the slammer for 2 years and let them think about how they fucked up the country even more.
Well, but you know, the criminal case against Trump has not gone away, so that's going to hang over his head for his entire administration because he can't pardon himself. This is a state charge. So there's things coming, and I just think that we have started down a bad path here, okay? And I've been a Democrat my entire adult life, and I just don't like going after people politically, and I don't like giving them pardons. If they've done something wrong, I mean, listen, I violated federal law. I did my time. Why should anybody else get a break from shit like that? I don't think I should have been prosecuted, but you know, you just can't give people a break from our system. If they didn't do anything wrong, then go into court and say, I'm not guilty. I mean, even this guy, Luigi Mangione, is being given due process. Okay. And I don't like shooting people. And I might point out that a lot of people are concerned that the right wing is going to take up guns if Trump lost. Well, he won. And I don't think Mangione is a MAGA Republican.
He's not.
I think he falls on the other side. And they're the first ones to go shooting people. I remember the SDS and the Biden.
Allegedly, Dale. Allegedly.
Well,
oh, God.
Allegedly. That's the kind of shit you say for opening statement in front of a jury. This motherfucker whacked him, and they got him by the gonads, and his attorney's going to try to get some of this evidence thrown out. But son of a bitch laid in wait and shot somebody. I don't like insurance companies either. I work for them. You know, and if you don't like them, go politically fix it. Don't go shooting people. That's a bad precedent to get started in because everybody in this country has a gun. If they think it's time to start locking and loading, we're in real big trouble.
Pow, pow, pow.
Dale, I agree with almost everything you said, but the reality of the streets is, man, sometimes drug dealers get shot.
Oh, hey, there's some people. I met some people in prison. I'd shoot those motherfuckers myself. Okay?
See, look at that. So look at that. Pow, pow, pow. Well, speaking of that, I'm going to turn this more into a Christmas episode, you guys, because there's a big present.
Luigi's hot.
There's a big present coming into Ohio, bro, right in time for bowl game season, Rico. And it's not coming from Michigan. It's not coming from Michigan, you guys. That's right, because pre-rolled cannabis could be coming to Ohio dispensaries, you guys. That's right.
Oh, snap.
Yes, cannabis pre-rolls could be permitted in Ohio under a proposed set of changes to the state's adult use marijuana program. The Ohio Division of Cannabis Control has released proposed updates of rules for Ohio's dispensaries, processors, grow facilities, and others connected to the adult use marijuana program. The Common Sense Initiative, which is run by Lieutenant Governor John Husted and is tasked with evaluating businesses impacting the rules, will review public comments submitted through December 23rd, and the Division of Cannabis Control can change the rules based on the state's initiative recommended before the package goes before a mix of Ohio House and Senate representatives, you guys. The proposed set of rules mentions raw single-serving units and infused single-serving units of cannabis. Both are pre-rolled joints. In a quote, a raw single-serving unit contains only plant material and the paper. An infused single-serving unit contains plant material, THC extract, and the paper. Defining these separately is important as all cannabis is subject to tracking and testing requirements, said Jamie Crawford, the spokesperson for the Ohio Division of Cannabis Control. Local dispensary operators have reported that adult use consumers are coming to their locations to seek pre-roll joints, but not finding them on the shelves. As of now, Ohio dispensaries are not permitted to sell pre-rolls, and Grace Brody, the senior manager of communications of Verano Holdings, which oversees the Zen Leaf dispensary location in Riverside, said the dispensary is continuing to monitor the adult use regulations, and in a quote says, "We're incredibly excited for the opportunity to sell pre-rolls in the Buckeye State, which should allow Verano and cultivators across the state to offer one of the most popular and convenient product categories for consumers at licensed dispensaries statewide, including Zen Leaf Riverside," said Brody. Brody said many adult use cannabis markets across the U.S. offer pre-rolls, and pre-rolls remain a popular option among consumers. The proposed rules also include constraints on advertising, like prohibiting billboards, television spots, internet advertisements, and other forms of advertising with a high likelihood of reaching persons under the age of 18. In fact, any online presence must be age-gated under the proposed rules, and dispensaries may also be permitted to sell merchandise, such as T-shirts, to people 18 and older, as long as the merchandise contains branding that's been approved by the Cannabis Control Division, you guys. Oh, that's so ridiculous. Proposed rules also would lay the foundation for discounts and return policies at dispensaries, you guys. Well, shout out to Ohio. You guys could be getting some pre-rolls coming to a dispensary near you. And then I bet you they're all going to be in like funny, awkward serving sizes, since they only serve tenths out there in packages. And I just can't wait to see the size of pre-rolls that they come up with in Ohio. And I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this.
These motherfuckers want to keep on losing. They keep on losing to Michigan.
In every single which way, they keep losing to Michigan, Rico. Every which way.
Pinners. We used to call them pinners.
Yeah.
It was like small as you could roll them up. You know, it's like, it looks like a pin to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, show us your skinny joint.
Yeah.
Cute.
Was that coded language there, Jenny Beth?
I don't know. Jenny Beth is on one today.
Okay, when Jason rolls his own joints, they're very narrow. I call them pinners too.
They're definitely not pinners, Jenny Beth.
They definitely
They're
are.
actually
Let
perfect.
Me see that Virginia Slim.
They're actually perfect and universal.
Needle sticks.
Illusions of grandeur, huh? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Jenny Beth got tons of illusions of grandeur today going on
My
today.
mama's in the chat today. Say
amazing.
Hi.
Amazing.
It's all about camera placement. You know what I'm saying, Jason?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hold it next to something skinnier, Jason.
Merry Christmas.
What's your mama's
everybody.
name, Jenny Beth?
Deborah Gates is my mommy in the chat right now.
Yes. Merry Christmas, Deborah.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
The joints in this picture are girthier than they seem.
That's because they're cones, Rico. It's because they're all cones.
No, dude, like, God,
cones are so
Lord,
ridiculous.
Ohio, you gotta suck at this. Like, go home. Like, stop. Just stop. I thought you were gonna do something good. Like, I don't know, give the people the rest of their fucking eighth.
I mean, well, hold on. I wonder if they're going to be able to sell eighths as long as they're pre-rolled. You know, like if you have a 5-pack of, you know what I'm saying?
Jason,
5-pack of half-gram joints.
Jason, because the limits still apply, right? So, like, that's why.
But it's a different category. It's a different category, Jenny. Totally different. This has paper. Included.
I'm putting my. I know you can't.
It's like all the. It's like all the holiday Christmas right presents. Now. It's including the paper.
You put your whole hand over his mouth.
Yeah.
Jason, when we do pre-roll packs here, you can't have more than a fucking eighth typically in your pre-roll pack. That's typically how it's standardly put out, because we're going to take what we were normally going to fucking put in a jar and we're going to put it in pre-rolls. Unless you're fucking Pacific Stone or something and you want to give us the floor scrapings and that little half-ounce joint you do with the fucking shitty rolling papers. That is typically how everything is set out. Jason.
Oh boy. Yo, my homeboy is visiting his his in-laws in Ohio, and I told him to bring back some eighths, some tenths as a novelty. I want to see what these motherfuckers look like in real life. I don't believe it.
Oh man,
I think it's fake news, man. I don't believe it. Does anybody out there, whether it's on our team or in the audience, have you guys actually been out there? Is the weed good?
No.
I don't think it's good. I'm not buying that it is good.
Remember when you used to have to know how to roll a blunt to smoke a blunt? You have to know how to roll a joint to smoke a joint. You have to know how to make a hash hole to smoke a hash hole. Like, bring that shit back. You weirdos don't deserve hash holes.
Oh boy.
And they're called snake in the grass, you assholes.
Oh boy, Jenny is on one today, you guys.
Yeah, this is Jenny Beth we need more of. You know what I'm saying?
She's all fired up today.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Mariah Scary.
Mariah Scary, yes. Oh man.
But you know what, yo? It's about that time, and since it is Christmas, we want to make sure we get back to our families. I'm gonna be cuddled up. You know, I got this the Barbie dream house that I need to put some hours in with my sick daughter. So we're gonna close things out.
Get it.
And I want to thank you all for joining us for yet another special holiday season Christmas episode of High 9 News. You can catch us live weekdays, 9 a.m. Pacific, high noon on the East Coast. Big shout out to the super fans getting their comments posted. And for all of y'all that didn't give us a super chat today, you don't believe in Christmas. I'm going to go out there and say it. You don't. You don't believe in giving. Shame on all of you.
They're all Scrooges in the chat. All Scrooges.
Big love to our live audience members, online supporters tuning in and giving us feedback on the daily headlines of chaos, also known as developing cannabis industry. To our vetted correspondent team tuning in from all over, bringing us much needed variety of perspective and your respected opinions to the table. Our production team, Millie and Adam, always back there doing the damn thing. Keeping our AV struggles in check. And finally, the Cannabis Sativa L, the gift that keeps on giving, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus for the rest of us, all of those good holidays, man. Cannabis is always there for us. Thank you. It has been December 25th, 2024. It might be the last Christmas ever.
Oh boy.
Mark our words. The show's over. All been blessed with today's top industry headlines. Hope it's enough for you to put in your pipe and smoke at least until tomorrow. My name is Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street for High 9 News. I'm very, very tired because I didn't sleep last night, and I missed the show yesterday. Sorry, folks, because I was still wasted for the night before that. So I'm gonna continue the streak now, and I might show up tomorrow. But today we're gonna pop things out to the man who most resembling Santa Claus, Uncle Dale Schafer. What you got for us, Tio Loco?
Well, I want to remind everybody that for thousands of years, people have come together to celebrate the end of a year and the coming of a new one. That's what all this is about. Family, love. And let's put politics to the side for a while. It's going to take over again. Remember, you live in the greatest country that's ever existed on this earth, and we will survive this. So hug those people you care about. Have a glass of grog if you're into that. Smoke a blunt. But go hug and love those people you care about, and we'll put politics off for a while.
Till tomorrow, at least. But and Adam, we got some Christmas music to play, and thank you to the Huntington Beach High School marching show band for coming by the house and caroling, and that's who you have been seeing in this video, singing this holiday cheer. You guys, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah.
Are they even old enough?
Yes.
Are they even old enough to watch our show? This is age gated.
Yes. Easy there, Rico. Easy there.
No, they're fucking not, Rico. Jason's got children.
Hit the thing. Why are you even? Adam, just play the music over them.
1, 2, 3, 4.